know how to treat people who are sick, automatically that makes me a doctor.
Absolutely.
If I know how, yeah, if I know how to make surgery and to someone who is having any maybe digestive issues, and then I can dissect that person, that makes me a surgeon.
Absolutely.
As much as I know it, now you might not be into it professionally, but that is exactly what you are. If you go and somebody says I'm not an activist, and you are going around helping people who are just, let's put it in, helping people, is more or less like you said you give your life to Christ and you are carrying a Bible to go preach the gospel, and you say you are not an evangelist.
You're not. What are you then?
What are you then? It means you don't even know what you are. You know, this is how you will know that we are in trouble, when somebody cannot even define what he is.
I think the reason why they are doing that is because they want to avoid responsibility. Now, yes, they want to avoid the responsibility, because once you call yourself a human rights activist, there are things you will do, it will put you into dispute, because human rights should not do that. For example, if you call yourself a human rights activist and you saw a criminal being brutalized, as a human rights activist, you should not find joy in it. You understand? You should not find joy in it, because there are
like you said earlier, it's about taking responsibility.
Yes.
The dark side. There's a man that always come on. I've forgotten his name, but he always wear this garment stuff, and he will say he's not a prophet, but he preaches gospel, and most times he start preaching about women's genitalia. He just talk, preach all kinds of rubbish.
Mm-hmm.
Then he goes to preach to people.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't label himself as a man of God. So we have access to, perpetuate those kind of conversations
without being held responsible. Mm-hmm.
It's an escape route. That is the reason why most of them will say, I am not this, I am just whatever you see.
And that's not a definition of anything.
Because they don't want to grow and they are being enticed. They have too many things that draws their attention. And that is exactly what they want. I just see them as, if you are not ready to take responsibility, what you are actually looking for is that you are using what you are doing to gather opportunity for you to do what you want to do, which is to benefit yourself. Because if you label yourself a pastor, now that means you are not supposed to do certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be held accountable for what you call yourself. But if you are doing something good to the public, but you don't want to collect the title, you don't want to have the title, what you are trying to do is, there's something you are actually benefiting. There's something you know that people see about you, and you know you are actually taking advantage of them. So you want to say, I have a life apart from this life. It's just an escape route.
It is a manipulative tactic, and it works very well. It works very well with Nigerians, and I think it's really crazy that characters that have influence over our people, our ears, are not being held accountable. Now, I was talking to one of my brother today from Bristol, and then he told me, Mr. Ben, what are you really doing? Why are you not working with the government to cut your own payment? And we had a very lengthy conversation about working with the government to cut my own payment. And I'm not going to lie to you, it felt very enticing. But that is not my passion. Sometimes I want to come here and start doing some crazy thing. But as time goes on, I discover I am not cut for that. I am cut differently. You cannot lie for too long if you're not a liar. You cannot sustain it. and I discovered I can't sustain it. I told him, listen, I said, I think I'm actually an activist because I don't know why I'm so passionate about a mission. I could pursue one topic now for 10 weeks and I would just stay on it. I would just stay on it. People will be like, Mr. Ben, forget it. I said, I'm not forgetting it. And then sometimes I act, yes, I said, I'm not leaving it. People will be like, Ben, allow it. I said, I'm not allowing it. I want to see it to the conclusive end. And then today, I was watching on my, I think on the Sky News on my phone, and there was this young journalist that was following the chief of army in the UK to the parliament. And he was asking the chief of army in the UK, why are you supplying Israel weaponry when you know what they are doing in Gaza? And the man said, I am going to the parliament to answer a question. I don't have to answer your question now. But the journalist was following him all the way, repeating the same question. And then when they get into the front of the parliament, they block the journalist. The police blocked the journalist. So the journalist stayed. The journalist was now narrating. The journalist said he has been following him to ask these questions. For me, this is something that nobody in the army will come and answer for that man that question. That man will have to answer the question by himself. That is a society that progress. For example, if I ask, if anybody come on this platform now and say, Mr. Ben, I want to ask you a question. That's why I always say, don't answer my question for me. I said, don't answer my question for me. I want to answer my own question. That's what I always say here on this platform. I don't want people to answer my own question for me. In Nigeria, the president came to London and they asked him about security. And he said, I delegate it to Ben Aide or El-Rufai. They asked him about economy. He delegated to Dele Akele. Then they asked him about oil. He delegated to Ben Aide and this one. Just think about it. Just think about it, that you ask a prime minister a question about the economy, he will tell you, I delegate it to somebody else to answer. Now, that the president, as a candidate, was avoiding taking responsibility. Most of the people he called in the Chatham House 2023, when he came, I think it's it's May 2022, when he came to Chatham House. Most of the people he called, they are not in his government now. And those people answer for him that time. Now, the economy and everything is falling apart. If you notice, during the 2023 campaign, the president never promised you anything. Can anybody show a video where the president said, this is what I will do for you? Maybe one or two. Maybe one or two. And he avoided interview all through the time. Now he's the president. The economy is in shambles. The state of our nation is looking like a depleted football. The inept. Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
I'm sorry for cutting you. Based on what you're saying, I think I have the same spirit like you. Like my head does not work properly when I am on a topic. When I mean it's not working properly, is that it looks for every loophole around that particular subject, no matter how difficult it is. And they wake up in the morning and you are eating.
And think of it.
You might think you are living rent-free in my head, but I am actually coming for you with every.
I am decoding you.
Some of these things, and I've been able to look at it philosophically.
Mm.
Now, what are the common lines of activists that can use in manipulating people. Number one, it is exaggerating the crisis. Exaggerating crisis. That means they will use words like, if we don't act now, millions will buy.
Will buy. Yes.
Two, there's what we call creating false enemies. That means everyone who disagrees is to their part or to their view is part of the oppressor. That is how we create false enemy. Number three should be false victimhood. That means if they get arrested, they will say, I am being arrested for speaking the truth. Then let us say you misusing data of facts. Now that means if study proves it, you will realize that most of the things they use is kind of, in a sense, maybe I'll put it outdated or unrelated situation they use in mixing their data. NGO
our movement
support the cause. Our move, exactly. They create something like a family. They create something that makes everyone feel they belong to something, and they understand this instinctually, that humans flourish more when they have team, when they are in tribes. Then they promise what we call unrealistic outcome, which is this movement will change everything. They give you that perception. And the other one is they exploiting identity. You can't question me because I represent oppressed people. You can't question me because I represent oppressed people. And then one of their tactics also is manipulating grief or pain, which is they use images of suffering to create their content.
Illusion.
Then we will talk about, will I call it silence critiques? Which is in a sense like, if you are not with us, you are the problem.
You are against us.
You are, yes. And then the last one I would end up with is they build kind of personality cults. Only I can lead this fight.
Which is
when you hear them,
which is a falsehood in itself.
This fight, they create a cultist lifestyle, and people believe they don't know that they are creating an occult. So these are the tactics of most people who tend to be that are figured out about common lies that activists use to manipulate people. And every single time, if you look at it, you would know that we are seeing it playing its role today. So the question will be, how do we fix it?
Man of thoughts. I think when I look at the situation that is going on, especially we are on social media, and social media have a lot to do with our public opinion. Now, what we do on the platform to platform, I don't watch TV. I don't see how many Nigerians turn on TV and watch. Now, the people that actually watch Arise TV, they don't watch Arise TV's live. They watch on the YouTube or on the short clip that they post. And that's how people digest their information. Now, that means 85% of the information Nigerian people consume is coming from social media. Am I right to say so? 85%.
True.
About traditional media are now using social media to get across to the public, because that is the only way to reach the massive audience they want to reach. because a lot of people are not in one station, so they are moving around, and we are constantly glued with our phone. People are checking their phone to see update of news, and now it become like a feeding pipeline for a lot of people how they receive their information. And through that channel, you can easily manipulate people. And this is the problem that we are having now as a nation, where rational conversation is no longer acceptable. Uh, clickbait information, people take it and run with it. And when we spend hours on this platform, we don't spend hours here talking about Nyash or talking about how many women are knocked last night. We're talking about serious conversation. A lot of people might not be our fan or might not buy what we are saying, but this kind of conversation, do you think is even much needed in this present age, especially for those of us in Nigeria and Nigerians or Africa in general? What do you think about this kind of distribution of information on social media?
I think you mean about what you are doing, right?
Or what we are doing, what you are doing, what everyone is doing,
we are doing,
and how
Okay,
the masses are consuming it. Compare that to the traditional media we are used to before, newspaper. Or when last did you buy the daily newspaper in Nigeria? When last did you buy it?
First thing I think is that some of us, we are not aware that humans have certain needs. And in the needs, we have certain activities we have to play as a human being. For you to know you are human, you need to learn to walk. You need to learn to move from one place to another. You need to learn to think. You need to feel every emotion. And most times, what you are doing, you are playing a role for those who are thinkers. That is exactly what we are doing. I think I might play it a little bit different because I play mine from technology stuff and, trying to educate people on that level. You are educating to open the eyes of people. And trust me, I can see these things playing out. And people would understand with time. First of all, people would misinterpret you and they will call it bitterness. They will call it enviness. They will call it jealousy. But the reality is that how bitter can you be over something when you are not fetching money from that particular thing, when it's not like it's keeping anything into your pocket, but you are only questioning things and asking people to raise and ask questions. So I think that what you are doing is very important, or what we are doing as people is very important to make sure that certain people's eyes are open. But I want you to also note this, that it is actually working.
It is working.
Because we can't change everyone.
Yeah.
We can't change everyone just one day. If you have 5 people who listen to you, who are thinking or trying to even find fault in what we say, they are actually paying attention. Because I can tell you, even if they are 18, even if they are 15, even if they are 10 people, certain people are recording conversations that we are having. Even while they are trying to find flaws into what we are doing, they would most likely be learning one thing or the other.
And that's why
out of that,
go ahead, sir.
That they will change their mind with time, as long as their eyes can see things. I think one of the things we can also do is we need to learn to make people ask questions.
And this is my biggest man of thought. This has been my biggest dream. Like I keep on saying for the last 3 years, I keep on saying, ask why. Just don't accept it. Just question it a little bit. Question it. Now, recently, somebody called me. I know this Bangladesh lady, and she called me and she was telling me about another of her friend. And I said, what happened? He said somebody called her and she wired 25,000 pounds. 25,000 pounds from her bank account to those people. I'm like, how? She's got a Bitcoin. Now somebody reach out to her. Somebody that have her password hacked into her and reach out to her and tell her that her Bitcoin is no longer safe. She need to transfer it to another wallet. And then on the phone there, she did not drop the phone. I don't know how they conditioned her, and she did it. Just imagine if these people are capable of asking why, of say, hold on a second. Just take a little bit to think about it. Just take a little bit to think about it. Now, years ago, my children's mom was in the house, and somebody called, and the person said they are from HMRC. That they're from HMRC, that she's owing tax. That the tax she's owing is so big that she has to clear it now. If she don't clear it, they're giving her the percentage now to clear. If not, all of her salary for the next 1 year will be taken. My son was in the next room, but my son was hearing the conversation. So my son was worried that her mother is getting anxious on the phone. So my son decided to put ear. And then my son run outside. Let me tell you, she's already getting her card in her hand. She got her card in her hand to start giving them the number. And my son said, call Papa, Mama, call Papa. So then her head waked up. So she quickly rang me. I'm like, what? I'm like, tell the person to F off. He said, what? He said, they're from HM. I said, they're not from HMRC. I said, they're lying. Just imagine if my boy was not there. And why do you think my boy is able to remember that, to say, call Papa? Because my boy always see me arguing things. My son always see me. I never take the first answer as the final answer. Never in my life. Never. If you present something to me now, as much as I appreciate it, I will look at it, I will check it, I'll call somebody to help me look at it. And that's why we're able to analyze videos. And then most of the time we come with a conclusive fact that this video, there's something behind it. And people will be like, you are jealous. I say, no, I'm not thinking like you. You watch the video in your own eye and you agree for what you saw. I watch the video and I ask questions. And through me asking questions, I got interpretation of what that video actually means. We don't always get it right 100%. But it doesn't cost you anything to take a second look at everything that you are talking about. I was talking about on Nigeria 24 News, I was posting a video today, and I was asking a question. What do you think will make a human rights activist to go and announce missing of 2 girls? To go and announce the death of the suspect, not the police. The police did not announce the missing of the 2 girls. To go and do search in the home of the suspect. To go and find a human body, according to him. It doesn't make any sense. It can never make sense. It can never make sense. So what will make a human rights activist to say somebody called me from Germany that is a dead body on the street and that body has been there for 30 days? There is no police in that community. It is you that have to travel. According to him, he said he traveled from Abuja to Anambra, from Anambra to Aba to go and pick that body. And this is, if that body happened to be a real body, these are the people that are missing in that place, in that environment, and the police has been searching for them. So if there's actually a real body there, why do you have to sneak in from Abuja, a human rights activist? It doesn't add up.
You know, one of the things here is that people need to be asking questions, and I think these questions, to me, are going to exist for a very long time. In a sense that when people come out and they say they are an activist or they are trying to help their nation, I think questions people are supposed to ask is, who are you actually doing this for?
What you?
And how are they benefiting? And how are they benefiting directly? Because that will kind of force them, to shift focus on how they are actually working with the people. Second question people need to be asking is, what have you personally done in real life, not just online?
In real life, to lift you to that level of responsibility.
Without you posting them online.
Yes.
If you raise, and you need to ask questions also, like if you raise money before they start opening things like this NGO or supporting anyone who tends to be an activist, it should be a question like, if this individual raise money or get support, how do you account for it? Because a real activist always welcome transparency. And there should be question also like, do you have a breakdown of how funds were used, or how you would use the funds? Now, one more question. I even have a couple of questions. Couple of questions would be, who holds you accountable?
Who are you responsible to?
Who holds you accountable? Because no one should be above criticism. Then we also need to look at a part of anyone who is also coming as an activist. That simply means that person has some knowledge. That person should have read some books. That person should have. So the question is, what books or what part of history or local experts that would shape your view on issues like this, on whatever you decide to do as an activist? Because as an activist, you must know things about history. As an activist, you must have read some books. Or as an activist, certain local things within your environment should be able to shape your view. And you should be able to, explain this. Then the question would now be, if an activist is actually focusing on, let's protest, we want to change Nigeria. The question is, what's your plan beyond protest or awareness? What are the next steps after this campaign? And how do you measure success or change? These are questions that we should be asking. Then I think maybe I will just pause.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm enjoying this, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. One of the questions I also think is, which organizations or people are you working for or are you working with? You cannot come out and say you are an activist single-handedly doing everything on your own, except you have a mission. If you don't have a mission that is beneficial to you alone, the question will be, which organization or which people are you working for or are you working with? Then another question will be, how do you respond when somebody disagrees with you? Because an activist should understand these people, that these people are going to, sometimes they are going to disagree with my view. And an activist should have that moral standard to say that, how do I respond to people when they disagree? And the people needs to get the feedback also.
And again,
and then the question,
what are you advocating for? An activist, exactly. Because activism have a lot of branches. Now, you could be an activism for climate change. You could be activism for animals' rights. You could be an activism for Palestinian. You could be an activism for rainforest. You could be an activism for freedom of speech. Now, these are defined in different segments. Now, these broader names that we give to these people and call them activists, and they laugh, they bully, they cajole, they manipulate openly. it's disturbing. Now, for me, and I'm going to put this out there again, VDM, Harrison, Tuma, all of these, they are not activism. They are opportunists. And I don't use this word very, very lightly. They are opportunists. In the case of what's this clown name? Gwaminishu. Gwaminishu, he started it because he has a fraudulent tendencies. He's a fraud. He's a personified fraud on his own. Now, this is the first activism he did. He stood up one day. He said he has a stomach problem. Stomach problem. That he has kidney. He lied down and make a video of himself. And they posted it. And when they posted it, he posted the video and people begin to donate money. Now his friends look at him and say, what? You don't have any kidney problem. But some of his other friends believe he has. So they begin to raise money. But are not then the news begin to go like this guy does not have it. Now they are reporting the page that we are harassing. Well done. We're not harassing anyone. I'm going to submit a feedback immediately, guys. So don't worry, I'm submitting a feedback. We're not harassing anyone. So if you are sad that we're saying the truth, sorry. Let me submit a feedback to TikTok. The decision is TikTok. Does not contain mention notification. Thank you, TikTok. I just submitted a feedback. For those of you guys that are saying, and if you're admin on the page, anybody who is reporting the page, God will report your life. In short, God will not report. God is very patient. Universe will report your life. Well, I don't know what we are saying here that is affecting your life. If you are on this platform right now, and what I am saying now is disturbing your ear, come out.
Mr. Ben, they can't leave you.
No, honestly, let me address them. Let me address them because the universe is listening, and I'm always communicating with the universe. Now, if you are on this platform and what I am saying is not your cup of tea, move on. There are more than 20 live streams going on right now. If you click report, if you click report, if it is VDM that sent you or Harrison that sent you, then what I'm about to say now will not work against you. It will work against them. But if you just chose to be an ignoramus and you decided to report my live stream, Universe will report you. Truth will be far away from you.
Well, I have learned few things.
No, man of thought, hold on. I know how to handle these people. You go touch gold, you go turn to mud from your hand. I don't do you anything. What we are doing here has no business with you. I've already begged you, don't come here. But what you are trying to do by reporting the page is you are trying to take my voice away. Now Satan go take your voice away. You think it's a joke? Not be through internet to the communicate. I'm asking the universe to intervene between me and you. What I'm saying here, I did not come against you. I did not talk against anybody. I'm talking generally. If it is the people you think I'm talking against that sent you, then this, what I say now, will not happen. But if it is you and your emotion, that emotion will turn into depression for you. Keep typing, keep reporting. I no beg you to come and follow my page. If what I am saying, hold on, sir. If what I am saying is wrong, may everything I say now boomerang sevenfold to me.
Mr. Ben, that will be all right. Okay,
thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I'm at work.
Yes.
So I just want to briefly breathe in and breathe out. So
thank you. Thank you.
Listening. You are doing a wonderful work. And if you think it is not working or it is not penetrating, then you are mistaken. The reporting, the reactions and everything shows that you're actively working. If what you're saying is not penetrating, then you won't be seeing all these reactions. So that is exactly another yardstick to measure how effective your page is. So thank you for that.
Thank you, sir.
Then what attracted me was actually the aspect the man of thought was digging, and you were also contributing as those things that you look out for when somebody presents him or herself as an activist on goods. There are a lot of activists. Remember, a lot of them has muzzled their way into politics, muzzled their way into having offices, and at the end of the day, what happened? They are even worse than the ones known as tyrants. Just somebody like Oshomole.
Yes.
Who is Oshomole today in Nigerian politics? How did he get where he is? He got there like a messiah, but today, who is he? Speaking long grammar in the just imagine an Oshomole talking about choppers flying in certain areas of Nigeria, picking our natural resources. I'll be wondering, these people saying this in the House of Assembly, don't they have legislative powers to declare that area and order the forces to take over? I mean, when certain people that are supposed to make decisions are in the House complaining like me and you, who doesn't have strength, then something is fundamentally wrong. So coming back to the questions, can we ask these activisms what their personal experiences?
Yes.
What are issues that are important to them? What do they even want to achieve with their activism? The significant some challenges that they think they might encounter. What are their beliefs even? So here we are trying to even get their motivation or what their perspective is all about. How did you become involved even
in activism?
What are your approaches? What approaches do you think you want to, so that if I'm following you, I can key in, not to be just stupid. That is the methodology. Yeah. Are you intending to educate the public? Are you going to educate us? Are you going to be open? Are you going to even talk? For instance, VDM, who doesn't answer questions, who doesn't interact with the audience.
Hey!
People are sheepishly. One incident of probably 3 years ago to defend today's incident. No two incidences are the same. But people will say, oh, yes, he showed a receipt in 2024. Then, is that procurement the same procurement of today? Is the procurement in May 2024 the same the one he has been claiming today? Has he accounted for those millions that went into that NGO when he claimed that his own NGO is he cancelled every other NGO? I didn't say that everything he said was wrong, but if you say that you are going to develop an NGO that is waterproof, non-leaking,
then you should be ready to be asked questions.
He used his mouth to say that he's going to be accountable. How accountable has he become?
He said, I don't give interview, I don't answer questions. Hey, Jesus.
Mr. Ben, the orator have actually touched on many things.
No, I want orator because orator is at work. Go ahead and then submit your point. Go ahead, sir. We want to hear you, sir. Sorry for interrupting. Sorry, man of God, hold on there.
Please, I want to end with we even digging deeper to ask these persons. For instance, let's assume, but not Kotorin, that they have done everything right. At the end of the day, what difference has their work been able to do within the society?
Zero.
Then, the work you're doing, what hope is it now attracting for the future? Then, what are the challenges that now that we encountered during this procedure or process that we can, the lessons learned? Because you can't just tell me that you're so perfect that even on the process of trying to get what you're doing or what you streamlined or what you mapped out to do, that you are not going to encounter any challenge at all. Because these people present this as if to say there's a perfect way of doing things and there's no room for error. Then, those that want to get involved, what is the space? How are they going to get involved and be part of what you're doing? Are you going to be a one-man show? Then every other people are followers. Then, at the end of the day, we are all in the society. What are those pressing issues that you need? Those pressing issues. What's the hierarchy of what we want to achieve, and which one comes before the other? We have to understand all this so that as we are following you, we are able to predict our next line of action. Not necessarily, if we are not dealing with Edu today, we are dealing with Mr. Ben tomorrow. If we are not exposing the other one next tomorrow, in short, what I see here is pure bitterness,
anger,
sycophancy, anger, and looking for who to use to shine. Then, do you know what I'm going to say that a lot of people may not believe? I think VDM have this high level of low self-esteem and is now using this bulldozing attitude to cover up. I think this is where I want to end.
I think,
low
thank you. Thank you. I totally agreed with you. And I can tell you something. What you say now is not far away from the truth. Any man who is afraid to answer question because he believes he's going to fail is the highest level of low esteem, self-esteem that he has. Because if you are confident of what you are packaging, you should allow even your follower to challenge it. In Jeremiah, even God, he said, ask me, bring forth your argument. Even Bible, God said, bring your argument. before me. Just a father that the children cannot approach to ask them a question is not a father. Papa, how do I do this? Papa, how did you solve this problem? I remember when we are in secondary school, when you solve any assignment, they ask you to come and explain how did you get to the final result. Man of thought, you are listening, right? They used to ask you to give example how you get here. Then you demonstrate it. I did this and I did this and I was able to get to this place. Then you summarize how you achieve the result. It's like spelling a word and then pronouncing the word at the end of spelling it. Now, in a situation where you have, I call them clowns, literally. I call them opportunists. I call them, and that include harassing all of these people. When I listen to them, I ask you cannot say Shore. If you ask Shore a question, Shore will answer you. Just imagine if Shore says, I don't answer questions. I don't answer questions. Think about it. And then his supporters came on my platform yesterday and they were telling me he don't have to answer questions. Is your president answering questions? Is your House of Rep answering questions? That's why I keep saying this guy cannot be ordinary. He's sponsored. Because it's incredible, impossible to believe what we are watching at the moment. It's literally impossible. I was just talking about this Harrison. Harrison went to discover a body in the community. Harrison, how did you discover this body in the community? Who called you? Why are you blurring the picture? Show the real video to journalists. If you don't want to show it on your page because of the social media restriction, show it to journalists. Let them confirm that video. He refused. And no blogger, no journalist can question him. Everybody kept quiet because everybody is scared of what his follower and their follower will come and comment on your comment section. Bring all your insult to my comment. If I'm tired, I will stop and I will rain a curse on you. I will remove my slippers and I will rain a real curse on your generation. And I will also sevenfold the cost to myself if what I'm saying to be the truth or if what you are saying to be the truth. And I demarcate it between us for you to say amen. I agree with everything you are accusing me of. You agree with what I'm accusing you of. Let us put a cause. And we're not calling God because God is too patient. We call the universe. And see how the transaction will turn out. How do you, an adult, somebody you are following, tell you, I don't answer question, and you are trying to justify it? Are you? Nah.
Mr. Ben.
Nah.
I want to prove something to you why a lot of people are very considerate when it comes to my end. Because people say I analyze, or people would say I critique and I analyze so much. I want to let you know the kind of questions I've come up with when I watch certain activists, how they think. And when I wrote this down, because when I'm building my pattern on someone, I would not just come and think about you and talk about it. I will write you on the book. Like I will analyze and break how you are thinking, the pattern of your thoughts. Let me just pull out little things for you so you know that I have already monitored these individuals. I'll say, how do they think, first of all? The first question will be, how can I make this about me? then that means they have to be in the front front. Then the second question will be, people are emotional. I can control the narrative. This is their thoughts and how they think. The third one is, if I act bold enough, they won't question me. Another one will be, being a victim gives me power. No one, again, another question will be, no one checks the truth, just the vibes, how they think. They know nobody will check the truth, just the vibes of it. Then they will let you feel like this course is their stage. That means it is a stage for them to perform. Then they also say, if I lost control, they already know that if I lost control, I lost relevance. And they also understand this, that money is here. I have to look righteous. And one of the things they know that they think about people is that they won't believe you if you expose me. And the last one will be, I deserve this spotlight because the system ignored me before.
Pure point.
I deserve this spotlight because the system ignored me before. Remember, these individuals earlier, when they speak, nobody listened, and people were like, you are too troublesome within the society. And the words of their mouths lock them up. And people are like, at least the social media would relax for a while. So this person, they took their time to dissect everything in their head. And these are the ways they now come to the society to start manipulating things within the society. Now the society cannot push them aside. In fact, the same person that we are saying that, make this person even go prison, make it go rest safe. He knows they too much for society. Now you can't talk about that person again because he has hijacked the mentality of everyone. So I have already drafted many things. And when I said I am in stage 1 out of 15-point agenda, I was not done rounding up stage 1 before people started begging me and saying, oh, guy, please stop. Because trust me, Mr. Ben, I would dissolve that individual like water. And so I already know how they think. So the major thing now we need to start doing is maybe we continue on this rampage. For me, I have this human sympathy and I try to relate with what well-meaning people are thinking and what I actually want to do. And that is what is slowing certain things down.
I think my major objective is not to save the lost. My major objective is to inform the uninformed. Now, there are people that are lost. You just have to ignore them. I want to give you an example because I prepared this topic this evening. I don't know how many of you know a woman called Just Adoto. Just Adoto. Very lousy. If you hear the voice now, you will know who I'm talking about. Just listen to this voice.
And thank you for having me. First of all, the attitude that we...
How many of you remember this voice? Just Adoto is, she called herself activist. She lives in the same town here with me. I met her. She's my friend. We met. And this woman came here and sat here. And she saw all this equipment I have in this studio. And she was asking me, let's do broadcast. But I'm always very reserved, especially when she gave that interview about Mohbad and all those kind of Mohbad appearing to her sleeping. So I kind of have my reservation for her. But one day this lady came on the TV and then she narrated a story on her social media that a young boy have just been pied in Abeokuta. That I've just been informed a young boy has been pied in Abeokuta. Before you know, the video is 400,000 views. Then I went on the comment section. Then I read the comment. People were asking, what is the name of the school? What is the name of the principal of the school? Let us go and visit them. But then I play it again. And I play it again. It doesn't make sense. That is what she say does not make sense. It's the chances that what she narrated to happen is remotely zero. I begin to shout. I sent an email to Arise TV. Because I'm a media, I have media, so I have all their emails, all of their hot desk, I have it. So I copy email, I'll send it to this, send it to that, send it to that. And I will attach the video to it. She said that a secondary school in Ogun State, Abeokuta precisely, gather in assembly hall, no, in a classroom, and a teacher was talking about the new bean box, the basket for the bean, dustbin they bought. The teacher was telling the student GSS 3. And you know, GSS 3 is between, I think, age of 16, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the teacher was telling them, this new bin, nobody must break it. And one of the kids said, is it not our money? So the teacher get upset and said they should lash the student 165 stroke of cane each. I replay it again. And I replay it again. I'm like, nah. Then I went into the comment section and I see everybody, hey, what a wicked word. What a wicked Nigeria. What a... I'm like, this don't make no sense. I quickly turn on my ring light. I begin to call her out. I say, you are lying. Not even having the fact, but I know that story was a falsehood. It was kind of late in the evening. In the morning, I quickly Google police PRO in Ogun State, the Commissioner of Education in Ogun State. I rang them. I rang the Commissioner of Education. They said there's no Commissioner of Education, but the governor have a special advisor that is handling that department because they have not appointed a Commissioner of Education. So they said they will give me the number. So they gave me the number. No, they didn't give me a number. They said I should drop my number. They will call me. They will call me. So they called me. I put them on the record and I recorded it. I was asking questions. I said, there's a story that just Adotun. I said, we know. I said, just Adotun relayed this story. And I'm calling because there's a threat on the principal of the school. And the story is not making any sense. So the governor aide that was handling the Commissioner of Education, the guy have a British accent, so he's educated. So the guy understand. I said, I'm calling from the UK. I'm a blogger, but that story don't make sense. The guy said he can't speak to me. He want to go and gather his fact. He did not call me. He wrote everything. I called the police PRO. He's a lady. The police PRO told me, I'm driving. I'll call you back. So she called me back. She put me on the phone for almost 45 minutes. She narrated everything. She did not stop there. She sent me what she told me. She wrote it back and sent it to me. And she told me the student in question that there was no 165 stroke of cane. That the student in question did not pie on that day. The student has been in the hospital for 15 days. There was an incident at school and the child got sick. There was actually cane. They punished them like all the assembly hall. But later in the day, the young man got sick, whatever is the health reason. He went home. They didn't take him to the hospital that day. They took him to the hospital the next day. They admitted him in the hospital. I now have the video of the young man in the hospital with a drip on his body and talking. But he later died after 15 days. Now, when you're doing autopsy, you cannot call that a murder. It does not result into what happened at school. It could be an underlying cases or whatever. Comparing to what Just Adotu was saying online does not make any sense. So I begin to shout. I quickly publish it. I was tagging her. People were insulting me. Guess what? Then Arise TV pick up the news and called her. Hear the interview. She could not look at the camera. She could not look at the camera because she knows she was lying. The information that she got was inconclusive, but she jumped to social media to get the Facebook likes. And she exaggerated. And she put the whole school, the principal, in danger. If that community would have descended on the school, do you know what could have happened? Because she was saying that I have just got a call now. There's a boy that just been pie in the school. That when the boy even pie himself, the boy was left there unattended to. The family has to come from their house to come and pick the body. I'm not lying to you. This is what she said. This is what she said on her social media. Just go on her Facebook if she hasn't deleted the video. This is what she say on her social media. Here, Arise TV. These are your NGO and influential in Nigeria.
Received on this case is the most disappointing I've encountered since 2015 that I've been a field worker. Most times when we raise awareness, we call to action for things like this. We've always seen government officials being supportive, the police trying to be supportive. I'm not saying fully supportive, but this is the most disappointing that I've seen. First of all, when that news...
You guys, man of thought.
Yeah.
So if you see the way she's talking now, she add emotion. If you are going to add emotion on the story, be ready to answer questions when they're throwing it back at you. Now, the journalist is listening now. But you see, this is how they condition the people. Now, the people are being conditioned now. But she's forgetting she's playing with journalists in the studio. You hear the question. But let us listen to the manipulation that is going through her voice.
News came to me from the UK, and I saw the videos. The first person I spoke...
You see, when they want to lie, they will tell you the information come from abroad so that you can't go verify it. So something that happened in Ogun State, the information is coming from abroad. Yeah. No, we are handicapped in that country. So the information is coming from UK. And the incident happened in Ogun State. And you are in Nigeria. So the information is coming to you from UK. And I actually have the recording when she was talking to those people on the phone.
Was the Commissioner of Youth and Development, because basically I have contact of almost all of them. And then I called the First Lady. Unfortunately, she was airborne. And the lady just said to me, the woman...
She didn't call the First Lady. She's capping. That's one.
Said to me, oh, she's not even in her constituency. She's somewhere, and then she's going to tell someone to call me. 6 hours down the line, no call, and I had to call the PA to the governor. And the guy started to make phone calls, and then the Commissioner of Education and I, we spoke.
There's no Commissioner of Education. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? There's no commissioner of education. The reason why she's not mentioning the name is because there's no commissioner of education. This is how these people take advantage of poor people in Nigeria. There was no commissioner of education. Ogun State has no commissioner of education when this incident happened. Now, she's just lying on a national TV. I spoke to the commissioner of education. What's the name of commissioner of education? What's the name of the governor aide you spoke to? Just keep listening.
And the guy vehemently said, Madam, this is highly unexpected, that because from the very first time he resumed office as a commissioner of education, he said it that no.
But how do you go lie like this? No, you have a phone, okay? Just there is no commissioner of education. When I just listen.
Those students should be flogged. No matter the level of crime, don't beat any students. But, you know, I don't understand what is going on in Ogun State. And Ogun State is beginning to make my governor in Lagos State look like a champion. Because I don't think this will happen in Lagos State, and we're still at this level. We're still at this level because as at the time I got to Abeokuta yesterday, as a matter of fact, my journey was for Abeokuta, and then when we got to Abeokuta, we realized that it wasn't even Abeokuta, it was Obada, close to Imota.
Okay, when she broadcast it, she said it was in Abeokuta. You see that the information she was transmitting on her social media was completely incorrect. Now, she is telling her, when I get there, I discover it was not in Abeokuta. How do you people give people this kind of trust and listen to them next time? I don't understand. Because these people can raise a false alarm and somebody will pie, like literally deleted.
Imeko, when we got there, the principal was nowhere to be found, no hospital around there, no local government chairman to be spoken to. The only thing that I kept on hearing and I confirmed was that some government officials still came there and that they were begging the families to go and bury the boy, and then they gave them cash and a letter. And as at the time I spoke to the Commissioner of Education and the Commissioner of Youth and Development,
what are the possibilities of this story? Please, I want somebody to tell me. Zero. Zero. When I meet just Adotun, she's just capping. That woman have is it anemesia? Lord, man of thought, help me. Is this somebody that cannot remember their memory? Yes, I'm telling you. This woman need hospital treatment. I'm telling you. Just think about what is coming out of her mouth. Listen.
Development and the First Lady, my instruction was that they should release a press statement and then let the people be aware that the government is on it, and then let them sympathize with the family. They all denied that they are not aware of the case. I spoke to the Commissioner of Police, and the Commissioner of Police told me that he was just hearing about the case from me. Now, going to Obada Idimu was quite...
But did you guys not hear what she's talking about? She said she was talking to the governor's aide before she proceeded to that place. They were talking about it. And then she talked to the commissioner of education, the commissioner. Now, the whole of the department of the government, including the first lady, are telling her now that they are not aware of the case. On the same frame of interview.
Mr. Ben, actually living in Ogun State. As I speak to you, I'm speaking to you from Ogun State. So you are right about the things you are actually saying. And Ogun State, the population of Ogun State is not that much. So whenever situations like this go on, it spreads rapidly.
Everybody will know.
The reality is that this woman knows before we in Ogun State, and we don't still know. There is no truth to whatever she said.
I said zero truth. Even from this interview, she's lying. She's telling you, I talked to the governor aide. I wanted to talk to the first lady. They say she's on airborne. I talked to the commissioner. Then she's telling you, the commissioner of police says he's not aware. Then the other people are saying they are not aware. In the same interview, you see the journalists, they kept quiet. They're going to throw her away now. One question, which our people lack. One question, just keep listening. Burying herself.
Quite an eye-opener, because we realized that the case even happened on the 15th of October.
So on the video she posted, did you hear what I'm talking about? On the video she posted, she said the case just happened now. A boy just been pied now in a school in Ogun State. That was the first video she posted. And this is when I began to send email around. Me.
The current commissioner for education, there's now a commissioner for education, science, and technology in Ogun State. His name is Professor Abayomi Adelaja Arigbadu. And he was being appointed October ending 2023.
See?
In Ogun State. I think the obsession here is that we need to be able to speak to the people's spirit, not even to speak to their spirit, but in a sense whereby we need to get to a place where people can start asking questions and not expect a Messiah. Because the problem of today's society is we are so much expecting a Messiah or someone who is going to continuously tell us the truth. I can tell you the truth 20 times and I can lie once.
And that lie, in a normal sense, that lie cancel all the truth I've told you.
Exactly. Even, let us even say that I have been telling you truth for 20 times and then I lie once. The question is, shouldn't it be your responsibility to detect that time that I lie? Why do you just take me because I've been telling you the truth and you are not interested in knowing when I lie? It is simply because of lazy mentality. People's Nigeria, I'm just a Nigerian, so Nigerian, one of our challenges is that we are strong in our body, and that's why we succeed in football, we succeed in anything athletics, but we struggle mentally.
Logically, I think logically is appropriate word to use. And yes. When a nation lack logic, you are far away from solution.
Exactly. So the logic, the reality is we don't raise questions. We don't ask questions like, why is this person saying something like this? And the moment others are asking the question, we respond with emotion.
Because the majority are not using their full capacity of their brain. So when other people activate that or they are using it, you become like you get attacked easily, because people can't understand why you're questioning 10 when you can just accept it and move on. Now, on this interview alone, I can basically destroy her. And that's why I keep telling people, one thing that is good about people that listen is that when you listen, you actually understand. A lot of people here, they don't listen. interview like this is exactly what we are talking about. But the journalists are listening, and they will give it to her right now. Just keep listening, guys.
And then the boy had been taken from one place to the other. They've done a brain surgery on him. They found out that he had internal bleeding, and they've tried to do surgeries on him as well. And then when everything proved abortive, that was when they moved.
These are all lies, oh. See, man of thought, I am telling you now, you hear all this, I'll send you this video. I want you to investigate it for me from Ogun. These are all lies. The brain surgery from one hospital, these are all lies. And that's why I say she have an messiah. You know, this is Nigeria. This is why we are hated. Listen, I keep saying it that if the truth, the people that follow the truth are few, I'm telling you, and our platform and what we stand for, we'd rather have one person than to have 900. Then I'll come and lie, I'll come and perform for you. I'm performing to get your likes, to get your gift, to get your approval. I think that's a self-low esteem, as the man say. The orator, he say it. Because I have so much confidence in myself and so much belief in myself. There's no amount of praise that can add any value to it. I can appreciate it. It's just icing on the cake. Now, when I hear this woman talking, I feel like crying.
Anyway, that is very true. The things we lack as people, I think, is logic, just like you said, and also man of thoughts. I came across your page for the first time when the issue of Mr.
Andrew and Harrison, yes, and Afiba and Celine.
Yes, I remember. When I listened to you, I listened to that woman. I listened to everybody. I was moving from page to page, analyzing the whole thing. You know, it's very, very dicey. But I knew you were saying the truth. And one thing about Nigeria is that people are just moved by emotion when things happen. They don't care to analyze. They just want to use someone as scapegoat. Like use someone as scapegoat. They don't.
Yeah, and in that case, I was the one they wanted to use.
Yes, I know. Like you came up and you own up that this is your friend.
Yes.
And because you say that, they want to put everything on your head, as if you are God, as if you are government.
The man is 54 years old. I'm 40 something. The man is a millionaire. I am not even a millionaire.
Exactly. At the end of the day, when I look at the whole thing, I wrote a list of episode or like AC, and I posted it. But at the end of the day, I look at the whole thing. I said, let me just leave this issue and move.
You will just get overpower. You get overpower.
Most time, people don't care to analyze things, to look at things critically. That's swayed by emotion. And most time, though some people might be doing good things, just like we are saying that someone can do 20 good things or 10 good things and then use 1 or 2 to spoil the whole thing or miss it up. Like maybe what Harrison is doing, he does 1 or 2 good things, but follow up the case to the end so that we'll be able to know that, okay, this is what we have been able to achieve. This is the process. This is where it has stopped. But most bloggers will bring up cases that will just sway people emotion. They are just enclouded with that emotion, and thereafter nothing will be done about it. No accountability, no achievement on that part. Just try to see who they can just put that thing on, and which is very bad. It is very bad. And to man of thought, to have listened to him a couple of times, which I love. I really love his thought process and everything he said. He usually discuss on his platform. Honestly, we just need honest people that will come out, think critically, look at issue for what they are, analyze issue for what they are, not by emotion and the rest. And in this part of the world, we lack that. That is why somebody can just come up and do anything, and people will just be clapping on the person without proper analyzing the situation or proper analysis to that effect or to that regard. I also follow you here when you treated issue of very dark man. Honestly, some things I don't know whether they are better left.
Do you know why I'm so? Do you know why I'm so? Do you know why I'm so hard on VDM?
No, I understand.
It's because of this Harrison matter. It's nothing else.
No, I understand.
Yes, because for me, sir, I don't want a situation where, just imagine if Harrison would have been cancelled when he made the first blunder for raising money for a kidney that he never had. What will happen when he raised money for an orchard farm, cassava farm, that he robbed them? Ada Jesus money that he robbed them. The prison time that he spent 4 years in jail, and he lied to the public that he was never convicted. I have it on a platter of gold. Harrison was convicted in Lagos court. But he's been lying to the people that he was not convicted for kidnapping his former boss. And he spent 4 years in jail. 4 years for kidnapping and armed robbery in Krikri in Lagos. So that person suddenly turned out, he said, I'm a human right. And then when you look at the human right he's doing, this guy is recovering 10 million from police in cash.
That is questionable.
Are you guys not actually asking? This guy will go, police will kidnap somebody, and then the person will come on social media and talk. Harrison will get in touch with that person and go and collect the money in cash to avoid traces, and go and give it to the person and warn the person not to spoil Nigerian police name. And media will call the person. The person say, we don't want to talk again. We've got our money. Those officers are back on the road again.
That is why even when that case was going on, you were just hammering on the system, and that is the foundational.
It was the system I was calling. I said system is bad. System is bad.
Exactly. We just need to address the system, not an individual. It's the system. When something is going on that is not right, at least let's address the system, because it might be one person today, another person tomorrow, and the rest. And the system is there. The system that's supposed to give us accountability. If something bad is happening, what is the system saying? Just like I listened like 2 weeks ago, you were talking about this very issue. And to some extent, we have not heard anything from the police. We have not heard anything.
You know why we did not hear anything about the case of Afiba and Celine?
No.
Because the police know they were not missing. Yes. It was a setup. And I'm giving you update now. The case is going to court. That's why the police have never come out to say those. The police have never told the family of Celine their children are missing. They've never told the family of Celine and Afiba their children are missing. Like, tell them. No. Not in Umuahia, not in Abuja. Police have never given a proper press conference. In short, the first statement IGO police issued out through Muyiwa was they will investigate the murder of a suspect. They didn't even call him a suspect. They say murder of Andrew, the mother of Andrew Ochekwo, one Andrew Ochekwo.
So these are some of the things that they need to do, because most time all these things end up spoils our names.
Hold on. Sorry, sir. Let me finish it, because somebody will hear this later. Then I didn't complete what hold on. The reason why Harrison is not talking about, Harrison know the truth. Harrison know the truth of what the case is. All of those things they did that time, it was because of they tried to chase me away. Now, Harrison went and planted a cow A cow. A cow. Look. You see that? Let me show you.
Yes, I've seen it. Yes.
You see that? What part of human body is this? No. Harrison say it's light, it's yellow. This thing is a yellow. It may be saline. That's what Harrison did on Daddy Freeze. Now, we've been asking Harrison since last year, release the real video. I have the real video. I want him to release it so that Nigerian can check. This is a cow. Is that a human rib cage?
No, it doesn't look like that.
It's not. We have the whole thing. Look.
There should be bigger separation.
Yes. Is that a human rib cage? That's not a human rib cage. But Nigerians, this is what I showed Daddy Freeze, and Daddy Freeze ran away. He never want to talk about the matter again. No matter how much you pay him, he don't want to talk about it.
Yes, I actually follow that case. Like, I follow it back to back. But at the end of the day, I just look at the bias and the rest and looking for who to use as scapegoats and climbing down on someone that is even bringing himself, because I don't just know someone that is bringing himself to say one or two things that might help the case.
I said, this guy, do you know, in a decent society, for the fact that they transport Andrew for 6 days in unauthorized transportation, sleeping in a hotel, even if Andrew would have committed that murder, he will be found innocent.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, he's been compromised. But we allow emotion to clog our mind. And those two girls, up to today, nobody heard from them. Their friend Blessing, nobody heard from her. She's in Dubai currently. The police have never even admit they were missing.
This is so bad, because it gives bad image and just create unnecessary emotion and the rest. So, which is very, very bad.
I have people from America that follow the case. Oftentimes they will write me. I still have a couple of messages. Mr. Ben, is there any update? Is there any update? Not about the girls. They want justice for Andrew, because any decent person who hear the story know this was a setup.
Because of the decay of our system that makes some of these things, because if something happened like this, the institution we have that are responsible to investigate and tell the masses, because information has been passed out, the bad narration has been created, at least to just clear the air, to tell people, okay, what the case is. But no, they will not do the right thing. They will not do that. No matter what it is, the institution is supposed to be held responsible for all these things. And it is their men that were with Andrew. Their men were with Andrew. So they're supposed to have given proper analysis.
Yes, see, 5 officers was with Andrew for 6 days, eating together, driving together. Then they pie that man, and you are justifying it. And you are calling Ben, who is in the UK, as an accomplice. Now, something's wrong with Nigerians. Now, something fundamentally wrong with our people. You call me.
The truth is that you were very strong. You were very strong, and you stayed true to what you know, and very transparent, because to an extent, honestly, everything that was around that case was just to make you the scapegoat.
They were inviting different media to come and talk against me.
care to know the truth. They just want emotion. Just whoever they just want to use anybody for justice. Which is very, very bad. Honestly, I see that often, and it's so bad. That is why anybody can do anything and get away with it, and nothing will be done about it.
You
Just all.
so when people come on my platform, sir, and say, Mr. Ben, why are you challenging VDM? I remember what happened to me. I remember how somebody with a platform uses platform to advocate wrong narrative against my personality.
Honestly.
Now, if I did not have, just imagine if I'm a warehouse worker who don't have even a tiny platform.
Exactly.
Just imagine if I don't have my voice, if I am a little bit disturbed in my head, I would have committed suicide, you know.
Honestly, you were strong, honestly, to stay true with all the trolls and everything.
They were accosting me. I will go on YouTube. They will write, they will put my picture, they will write Killer Ben. Yes.
Honestly, no, and you know, at that critical time, nobody will even want to associate with you. Like,
No. Online people that knows me, yeah, exactly, from my community, yes, online, they don't care. We still sit here and drink after I do my broadcast finish. They were begging me, Ben, just leave this. I say, me, leave it. I say, no. I say, if I leave it, this will stain my name for life. I cannot allow it. This is fact. And where everything now finish is when I came face to face with all the YouTubers, and they begin to delete their videos. They begin to remove their thumbnail. Now me, una won't take cash money. Now me, una won't take collect click. That's how they stop. Because once I get the video, this video that Harrison was showing as human body, when I got it, I sent it to all of the blogs. And everybody look at it. Everybody was shaking their head. But the Harrison prepare his follower down. Nobody want to listen to me. Nobody want to hear. It's 1 year now. 1 year. And then you remember they came up with gym instructor. That one gym instructor was also missing.
Yes, exactly.
It was a lie.
Yes, exactly. That could be, but then.
No, there's nothing could be. Listen, there is nothing could be. Do you listen? I have access to money. Yeah, I have access to money. And I was able to investigate the matter at my own level. Not just investigating the matter through outsider. Even the police that are releasing the information were giving me the fact of the matter. The media were giving me the fact. I asked Daddy Freeze, I said, Daddy Freeze, is it not logical that a gym instructor is missing since 3 months and the family say they don't have money to go and report at the station? I said, don't you think that don't make no sense? Daddy Freeze was shaking his head. And Daddy Freeze stopped talking about it.
No, I noticed.
He sent a long voice note to explain himself to me. He called. I said, Daddy Freeze, you collect money to be using your platform for nonsense. Bro, if you come to UK here, I'll slap your mouth. In this country, we don't fear nobody. You have media, I have media. He stopped. There's one lady called Nazave in Canada. Stopped all of them. They ran away. At one point, they were offering money. There's one guy called Sabiu. That one came out. We have 3 million to share for people that will side our story. I said, what are these people talking about? I was not paying anybody.
I was actually thinking too that Sabio was genuine. Just that at the end of the day, maybe he couldn't place his hand on any facts. Like he couldn't figure out exactly what the case is. I think.
Now, I think Sabio's problem, Sabio was a little bit, is kind of a needy man. He's somebody that all along he wanted to use that thing to grow his platform. He approached me, he talked to me. The first time he called me, we met on Daddy Freeze. And then after the Daddy Freeze, he reached out to me on Instagram. And I talked to him. Then he said I should send my number to him. Then I refused. He said he want to work with me, our investigation. I said, you are who they do investigation. I don't know you. I was very brutal. I said, I don't know you. He tried to approach me to be on his side so that we can start corner. I said, I'm not interested in crowd though. Go and work with whoever you want to work to. Then he turned against me. But I didn't care. I destroyed him. I made him go depression. He ran away. Am I not still here now?
Yes,
I'm still here. That's what the truth is all about. I'm still here. I am still here. I'm still making the noise that I've been making for the last 8 years. Truth, speak your voice. They mess with the wrong person. They mess with the wrong person. And that's why I keep telling you, may the day the enemy come to you, may you have your voice. Because if I didn't have my voice, which they wanted to take away that time, I don't know where I would have been now. I was 100% sure of who I am. And I don't care what other people think. I knew what that boy, Andrew, told me. He told me I did not do it. And then the story is not adding up. They are lying. Why did you not tell Nigerians you were sleeping in a hotel? Not 1 day, not 2 days, not 3 days, not 4 days, not 5 days. Why? I said, if these people can lie, what more? Something is wrong. Now, I have one option to keep quiet because the story was big. Nah, I said, my friend told me on the morning they pie him that he did not do it. I have known this guy for 11 years. He lives in the UK. He has never murdered anybody in the UK. In the UK, you cannot murder anybody without being caught. It's impossible. So I said, this story don't add up. I have one option. I said, let me turn the ring light on and talk. And I begin to talk. And people begin to hear alternative. And Harrison called me. We spoke on the phone. It was me that told Harrison, do you know the police collected money from Andrew in Uyo? I said the money they transfer, the account they transfer the money to is Ugo Chuku. He said, send me sleep. I said, I'm not sending you sleep. Go and ask the police. I said, Harrison was pretending. I said, do you know they slept in Uyo? 2 nights in Uyo. He said, no lie, the police said they didn't sleep. I have him on the record. I screenshot the video. I said, send it to the police. That this is the room they are in. I screenshot one of the officers lying on the bed. I screenshot they are gone from the video. I send it to them. I say, you people were sleeping in a hotel in New York. That's when they admitted they were sleeping in a hotel. Why are they lying? What are they doing in Benue? What are they doing in New York? Why are they writing fake petition? Why was Andrew's name not mentioned on the petition? Rather, unknowing person. These are critical questions.
Honestly, that needs to be asked.
Yes, these are critical. You write a petition that somebody kidnapped somebody. You didn't put the name of the 2 people that were kidnapped. You didn't put the name of the person you suspected. You say unknowing person.
And what surprises me the most is that the institution, the police, they have not said anything. Like, as in, I keep on imagining why should things happen like that in a country that has an institution for investigation, and this case is a critical.
It's an international case. The British is involved. The case is done. No, don't worry. The case is done. Don't worry. I can guarantee you. Don't worry. You will hear the outcome. Harrison will go jail for this. That Harrison will go jail. All those police, they will testify. blessing will be brought to book. Those girls will be provided.
That would be nice.
How do you say rest in peace to a girl, to people that you don't know whether they are dead or not? There's no indication, and you're saying rest in peace. How do you do that? How do you discover a human remain in Aba? And it has to take Harrison, not the police in Aba that are investigating the case before. It has to take Harrison. He said, I travel from Abuja to Lagos, then I fly to Anambra, then from Anambra, I have to take Uber to Aba to go and locate that body. Just think about it. Think about it.
It is well. It is well. Those are the challenges we're having. Even like the very dark man and everything. Most time it's not because people hate another person, but at least let's analyze things with facts. Let's be critical in our analysis. Let's look at everything from both sides. Check out some things. Someone might even have good intention, might make mistake. We can call the person back. Say, okay, this is what you do that is not right. But when someone has now portrayed himself above everything, and you cannot,
and he arrogantly came out and tell you, I don't answer questions. And you, with adult mind, with broccoli, with brain, you dey follow that person. I question Nigerians. I'm not lying to you. He said, I don't get it. I'm definitely not a Nigerian. I think I am brutalized now. I'm a British man now. Because that is the highest of contempt to his followers. I don't answer questions. Thank you very much. But I'm going to play this video before I finish.
Moved into FMC, and at FMC he died a night before, and the hospital refused to disclose that information to the families. So it was when someone who took his own wife there to give birth found out that there were arguments, and then there was, some kind of strange movement. He started to do a video recording, and a government official came there and told them not to to go ahead and bury the boy. Now, in all of this, sometimes we have to go low to call the attention of the general public to this. And I must say that for no reason, the generation that we are today, there shouldn't be any reason why any teacher should raise his hand up to flog a child, less telling the children to do frog jump.
You see, after all the lie now, he's now manipulating the public now. You really have to fear this kind of people. And this is why a platform like us is needed to interject question into this narrative.
And the alarming thing is there were over 120 students that were 3 collapsed and they were admitted to the hospital. A beautiful young girl broke her bones, and then they had to...
Did you hear this? Did you hear how many stuff she's saying? Did you hear so many things that she's adding into it?
It is not bad to report any case, but it is good to make proper, proper check, come with facts, because it has to do with people. And people, mostly the internet, can just create a narration and then delete or cancel someone. So, which is very bad, bad way of living.
Do orthopedic, local, whatever they call it, and then to fix the bones together. And then 8 teachers were the ones who mounted on those children and were beating them in a barbaric form. And then these teachers have absconded, and there's only one that is being held down now?
All right, Adeton, thanks for the for setting the tone. I know that this is a very wrenching kind of story, but then I believe that, like me, many Nigerians may not be conversant with what is actually going on. Are you able to give us a bit of context to what is happening? We can see the emotional part of it and the allegations that are horrendous.
We can see the emotional part of it.
Exactly.
Did you see that? We can see the emotional part of. They gave her a chance to talk. Now they are asking her to give us fact. You don't have emotion, or give us fact. Listen.
But then from Abeokuta to Obada, which school are we dealing with? Who is Ariyo, who unfortunately is no more? And what is the context to all this? Teachers went haywire and tried to discipline a number of
At this point, they're asking Hannah, what's the name of the school? Which school are we dealing with? Who is Aria? From Abeokuta to Abajana or whatever they call it. Now, at this point, she begins to scratch her hand. Listen.
Of students, flog them to death. And
for those of you guys on YouTube, you can see the body language. You see the body language. You see, she's fidgeting now. She's fidgeting because a question has been thrown at her. Listen.
What actually happened? What context do you have before it got to social media? Because as far as I know, I'm not sure that this is in the mainstream media yet.
As I told you, I emailed this company. I emailed them. Long email.
Has the police been formally informed? Which hospital are we dealing?
So for those of you guys on YouTube, you see what her finger is doing. So when you are analyzing body language, this is literally somebody that is lying. She's not settled anymore because question has been thrown at her. Give us fact and listen.
With who are the parents, and have they formally lodged a complaint to the authorities beyond the intervention that you are providing?
All right, so Monday Ariyo is an SS2 boy in grammar school. It's somewhere in Obada in Abeokuta. So from the...
They asked her what's the name of the school. They asked her what is the name of the school. Monday Ariya is GSS2 student in somewhere in Obada in Abeokuta, in Ogun State. So she's been invasive now. Now look at the amount of time she used to tell the story that she was telling. Now the reality check is here now, and she's not willing. She doesn't have the fact. But I love this kind of journalism. Information that we gathered talking to the victims, they said that the teachers bought some dustbins and then told the students. Now, I want you guys to hear the origin of the story and ask yourself, what are the possibilities that a dustbin will escalate to the level of cannibalism that this woman was describing earlier? Just listen. Students not to break it. And then Monday Ariyo said, but this dustbin, you bought it with our funds. And then the teacher got angry and then reported to the principal. And then the principal gave instruction that they should discipline all the students. On disciplining all the students, they told all of them to get on the field. And then they started to stroke all of them, all the SS2 and SS3 students, gathered together, boys and girls, and then they started to beat them. Along the line, some of them passed out and the teachers didn't care. So they said that on Diboni, according to what the students said, that when he's ready, he'll wake up and continue with the strokes. Ariyo started to throw up. Ariyo was feeling very weak. Ariyo fell down and hit his head on the floor. From there, the teachers didn't do anything. Now, guys on TikTok, are you guys listening to this story? Are you guys actually hearing what is going on here? This is what I'm fighting against. Now, if you ever come on this platform and say, what is Ben? What is Ben's problem? This is my problem. This woman is an influencer in Nigeria. She has a platform and she has access to money.
One of the students ran to Ariel's mother's home, which is close to the school, which I saw yesterday, called the mom, and then Ariel's parents came over to the school, picked Ariel up, and then
she said, it's close to the school. I saw the school yesterday, but she don't know the name of the school. It's close to the school. I saw the school yesterday, but she don't know the name of the school. Now, these are if we are doing what I'm doing, most of this clown will stop and better do their job better or not even doing at all. But Nigerians will come to you, what are you doing for the society? At least they are trying.
Rushed Ariel. There is no health center around there, so they took him to, I think.
So you think in Nigeria, guys, school teacher we beat a child and the child will collapse and they will go and leave the child there, and then another student have to run home and bring the mother of the child to come and pick that child. Like, if they describe this for you, when they say somebody is spoiling Nigeria, this is it. Because this kind of look like a ghost town for me. This look like a movie. It's like a horror movie.
One of the private hospitals, and then from there to Ayetoro, which was still far, and then from there, struggling in between hospitals, and then from there they took him to FMC Abeokuta when they realized that the situation wasn't improving. On him, as at the time I spoke to the Commissioner of Police on Friday, the Commissioner of Police confirmed to me that he was not aware of the case, that he was just hearing about it for the first time. They said they've gone to the police station and the police people refused to do anything with them. Even when they wanted the death certificate and all of that, they wanted police report and all of that, they still couldn't get anything. So as at yesterday when I spoke to the Commissioner of Police, he picked up my call, but his attitude was below par. For that kind of a sensitive case, I was expecting the police to give me the assurance that, Madam, we're on it. And all he told me was that, hey, Madam, you don't have to call me. I have spoken to the person you gave me a contact, and I've told her to go to the DPO. And if there's anything, let her get in touch with me. And the families are complaining that their life and safety was at risk because the whole community was beginning to threaten them that why would they want to report this case and why would they want this case to be in the media. So for me, all the government officials, their attitude has been poor, and I don't think this case is receiving the attention that it should receive. All they are interested in is Ariel should be buried and let bygone be bygone, and the story should be forgotten.
All right. I just wanted to ask you this last final question. What is the next step now? Where is Monday? How are the parents? And what is this? Is there any sort of conversation that you've had with the school at this moment in order to have some sort of
Monday is in the morgue. They've been able to move. Monday slept over in the house. His dead body has been with the parents in the house. And then I told them to take the body to the morgue. They couldn't take the body to FMC morgue because the police refused to give them a police report. So Monday has been taken to the morgue yesterday afternoon. And then they got the information, the government officials got the information that Monday's body was at home. So the government officials were there. They came with soldiers. There were a lot of them who went to the family house yesterday morning, gave them some sort of financial compensation. They gave them some money and lured them to bury the child. And I insisted they shouldn't bury the child. So as we speak, the family, their attitude is...
This woman is not well. Mr. Fab, Mr. Val, have you been listening to this?
Yeah, they just being stupid. Somebody to adjust it.
Mr. Val, put your voice up a little bit, please.
Yeah, it does not need a police report for them to give them certificate. If they actually take him to an hospital, it's a BID case. So in the death certificate, they write nothing there. So does it need any certificate for a doctor who assess him and pronounce the child dead to write a BID that the person was dropping dead? So what police report do they need to that? So and I think the journalists should have corrected that before the doctor satisfy him dead, we write a BID on that. It does not need a police report. So what she's saying, so I don't even understand what she's saying.
No, I think she's just lying. I'm telling she literally just capping. She just this woman. I think when you put camera on her face, she loses her conscience. Because look at what is coming out of her mouth. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, just honestly, that guy came up because she was just saying a lot of nonsense, trying to that does not fit itself. I want to sew a gown. I don't know what she's saying, honestly. I don't know. Maybe you can understand more, Mr. Ben.
No, I don't. I try to understand it. I can't because it doesn't make sense for me. And the story is everywhere.
It's also very negative, not encouraging, and poor because they are under a lot of pressure and duress. And they are also worried that their family does not want to bring a name to the whole community and they don't want to bring attention to the community.
Do you have permission to go public with this story?
They asked her, did they give you permission to go public with this story? Mr. Fab, they're asking her the question now, listen.
The story.
Yes, the
now, one thing you should understand is sometimes we don't need parental permission to go public with a story because this is a social issue and then this is an issue that concerns.
She said the community is threatening the family. Now, they're asking her, did the family give you a permission to go to the public? Now, she make a very serious statement there. She said she was the one that asked them to take the body back to the mortuary again because the body has been in the house since yesterday, even though there's no death certificate. So a hospital will release a young boy that has been with you guys for 15 days to the family without any death certificate, without nothing. I don't, that looks to me like we are talking about a movie. This cannot even be a movie.
I don't know where Adeto used to put that. Honestly.
Adeto is nowhere. Adeto is nowhere. She's my friend though. Adeto is my friend. Adeto live close to me here. Adeto sit here with me. Adeto eat with me. Adeto cook for me. Adeto's mom cook for me. But this woman on a Fiba and Celine case, she messed everything up. She just went on social media and started talking rubbish. I'm like, you don't have fat, madam. And then she was just going. She was, oh God, these people, they have an messiah.
Children. So our NGO has a constitutional right to protect any child, even when the parents do not want to protect the child.
And the teacher?
The teachers have absconded. We were told that the teachers have absconded, so none of the teachers has been apprehended by the police. One was told, we heard that one was told, we heard that one is in the police custody, but we...
So the teachers have absconded. All of the teachers have absconded. And then listen to these guys. For those of you guys on YouTube, listen to this.
They don't want to bring attention to the community.
Do you have permission to go public with this story?
With the story?
Yes, the
Now,
family's
one
permission.
thing you should understand is sometimes we don't need parental permission to go public with a story because this is a social issue, and then this is an issue that concerns children. So our NGO has a constitutional right to protect any child, even when the parents do not want to protect the child.
Which constitutional right? Is anybody with any NGO right? Which constitutional right does the NGO have? I don't know why they invite these people on the TV. Oh, Jesus.
And the teacher?
The teachers have absconded. We were told that the teachers have absconded, so none of the teachers has been apprehended by the...
None of the teachers has been apprehended by the police. Now, listen to the next statement.
Police. One was told, we heard that one was told, we heard that one is in the police custody, but...
Mr. Fab, I know your baby is there, but honestly, I'm done.
Honestly.
Oh, Jesus, I can't think. This is what Nigerians are consuming.
Yeah, fake.
This is what they are consuming.
Stories.
This is what they are consuming. Now, in the same frame, 1 second, she said none of the teachers have been arrested. They all of them have.
That's come then. We learned one was arrested.
Yes, I'm sweating. Jesus, this.
We've not confirmed that. You know, what we're most importantly concerned about is the family and then the boy. But
I want to just quickly ask, because there's still children in that school right now, so is the school closed? Like, if the teachers have absconded, does that mean that the school has been closed down? Like, you said that there were multiple students who were injured beyond the young boy who sadly has lost his life now. But there's an allegation that there were other students who were injured in this incident. What is the update on them, and what is the update on the school itself? Are they going to school tomorrow morning?
So the update is as at Friday, the whole students went on a riot. The school principal...
Oh, God.
Honestly, I don't know how the state government prepared that issue.
The orator.
Commissioner, I just said I'm almost falling off the chair.
The orator, are you there? The orator, are you there?
Yes, I was busy. I'm searching around the videos. I want to just see the body language.
The body language, yeah, you will just laugh. She was scratching her body. She was itching her head.
It's giving me videos.
No, just case. Let me give you the interview. The interview is schoolboy reportedly pie after corporal punishment. On YouTube, you will find it on our Rise channel. Oh my God, with just Adotum. Yes, it was last year. Oh my God, I'm dying laughing. My God, I cannot take this. But this is the kind of information. If you guys are looking at the body language, you will even laugh more because she was stressed.
Yeah, but Mr. Ben, I think the state did not do it properly. And also the commissioner of police country. Not to have prosecuted her, to provide those evidence. Honestly, And that's why you see people, do nonsense and if you have been persecuted, there is no people to lie. You see, you won't come to the media to start lying. And she's still lying,
and then even the whole Arise TV could not hold it. They were like, what is this woman talking about now? This don't make no sense.
Who brought Amotekun to arrest?
Hold on, let me, director, mute yourself, please. Okay. Amotekun even came down there. Amotekun. Listen, no, listen. Sorry. Amotekun was invited.
The students, after beating them, they still went ahead and arranged for Amotekun.
On the school itself, are they going to school tomorrow morning?
So the update is as at Friday, the whole students went on a riot. The school principal brought Amotekun to arrest the students. After beating them, they still went ahead and arranged for Amotekun to come and arrest the students. The student became rebellious. The Amotekun people ran away. And the students told me as at yesterday that
the students chased Amotekun away. You see, this is what Nigerian people consume. This is the kind of information they consume. Now, don't be surprised if a pastor says somebody touched his leg and he got pregnant. You say it in Nigeria, they will clap. He commands somebody to enter toilet and appear in Germany, they clap. Just Adoto have also learned this nonsense. So they come out. Just hear what is going on here. There is so much drama going on in this interview. I kept this interview on my computer. I kept it. I said, I'm going to talk about people that are doing human rights, NGO. This is the kind of people.
They are fucking liars.
They're
just looking for food everywhere.
Jesus.
from tomorrow, there would not be school, that they have to shut down the school on their own since the government has refused to come to their aid. The principal is at large. She's been running from one pillar to post, but as...
So you say you spoke to the principal. Now the principal is now at large. It's running from post to post. Let's keep listening.
We speak, as at Friday, the whole school went into chaos. Some students wanted to burn down the whole school, and then the principal had to run to get Amotekun to come to their rescue. But unfortunately, the students were able to capture the Amotekun people. The Amotekun ran away, and then they brought mobile police and soldiers to surround the
Don't tell me. You see, nobody will. They bring Amotekun, they bring the police, they bring Mopo, they bring soldiers. And this is what happened when they hear their own voice so much. And they go on national TV and they are, because this is what happened when you want likes. Because this social media is so addicted. If you start social media with looking for likes, you will do anything to achieve that likes.
Honestly.
You will lie, you will fabricate things, you will go out of your character zone, and you will lie one and you look for another 10 lies to cover it up.
That's
because you are chasing likes. So what makes our platform unique, as small as we are, I can guarantee you, in the whole of TikTok, there is no platform like this platform, because we welcome varieties of voices, we go critical, we ask questions, and we don't celebrate ignorance. And this is it. We don't ask for gift. We don't beg for gift. We just here. I could have been in the bar drinking now, but I'm here having fun with my people. For me, I'm satisfied. I'm building a platform, and the names will come later. And this is what people don't do. People look for profit before the hard work. We are putting the hard work in. This is almost 2.5 hours. We're sitting down here now, and we are doing the hard work. We are analyzing. One of my friends told me, say, there is no evening that goes by, doesn't watch my video on YouTube. He said, Ben, you're so funny. Then when you begin to insult these people, I'm like, no, I'm not insulting. I'm just angry. Sometimes I feel like somebody came here yesterday and the person said accountability don't matter. That why are we? Yes, I'm telling you. Yeah, yesterday. And
who said so?
Yes, I have the video. I'm going to post. The man say, "Why are you asking VDM to account? Is your government accounting?" I say, "Do you think?" I say, "Accountability does not matter. What is accountability when he's achieving results?" Yes, he said it. He said it here yesterday. And
see, Mr. Ben, they need to know. VDM needs to account to the public.
The man say, those of you guys, those of us asking for him to account, we are jealous. That we are out of touch. I kind of look at them when they say I'm jealous. I'm always like looking at them. I'm thinking, let me just think about what I could be jealous of in this young man.
Okay. That makes me say this. That makes me say this. When somebody needed a fund to promote education, and part of the reason he gave is that he's going to give the copper, who governments are already paying some amount of money to do extra coaching for the children. There comes people contributing for this young guy. That was what he painted and the analysis he gave to the public. And is it not so sympathetic when he himself came out that somebody wrote to him that the last 100 naira I have was what I gave to support you?
Yes.
He said it himself, that the last one the person had, that makes him shed tears. Now look, since the month, the days, the weeks he has gotten the money, he has not started anything.
Yes.
And I want to ask him, if it's a government who has gone to get loan with the aim of trying to build road since the month he himself has collected that money, what targeting will he use to qualify the government? He will say they are useless. Is it not useless too?
Absolutely useless.
That's the point. When you don't have a beginning, you cannot have an end. It does not have a beginning, it can have an end. There's no idea. So the ideology is there. So it is people calling you to account for the fund because the public fund is the right decision. If he doesn't want to be condemned, he should have been in his house or be in his poverty he had been for long. Nobody questioned him when he was in his poverty. Nobody questioned him before he started collecting public funds. He collected the money for a reason. Nobody is jealous of him. How much has he raised? How much has he collected? So what brought about the jealous? But the truth of the matter is this. If he claimed the society he is living is corrupt, he has also exhibited one of the characteristics of a corrupt human being, keeping funds meant for a purpose and not executing the project and giving excuses for failure. That's the same thing the government is doing. So he's part of it.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
No moral justification to condemn anybody because it speaks about different topic again, away from the 300 and something million in his account, which is not talking about again. So what is delaying him? Has he come to the public to tell us what is actually delaying him?
No, they said the government. They said the government is not giving him permission to build the school yet.
To build, so he did not put anything into consideration. He did not put those things into consideration.
Where
does it seek for approval?
Where
Oga
Fab. Okay, Oga Fab. I don't have a problem if you decide to eat the money. I don't really have a problem. However, the problem I really don't have a problem with the person of VDM. Now, the problem I have is this, is the agenda that he represents. Now, what he represents the ignoramus of our society. He represents what any society should try to abolish, which is ignorant. And that ignorant is being is contagious at the moment, is affecting other people, and they are recruiting themselves in a group of people, and people that make, like, look at what we've just looked at today. I decided to bring this particular topic up to talk about people that run our NGO, people that claim they are doing NGO. And some of these people, they don't have beginning and they cannot even have an end. It's literally a survival of the fittest they are doing. And unfortunately, they are trying to recruit intellectual like us. I am a very intelligent person. I know it. I don't need you. I don't need anybody to tell me that one. I look at things in every angle and I come up with solutions, and I look at things and I weigh the risk and I make my opinion heard. Now, this video is since last year, but everything this woman said on this video has been on my head. So when I was looking to talk about these charities and human rights and all these clowns that are coming up with this sentiment, this video came to my mind, and that's why I'm playing it. Because I know I will be able to talk to our community that understand. And if you can see, there's not a lot of abuse now. They've run away because this topic is way above their pay grade. It is way above. They say, who does your explanation helps? They are looking for anarchy. Because if you look at what this lady is saying on this channel now, it is an insult to our nation. Everything she said here is basically, if you are looking to damage Nigerian image, this is a typical example of damaging Nigerian image. This is a typical example. Because you have to have a headache to think, what is she talking about? She was just everywhere.
Vicinity of the school. Good afternoon, fellow citizens of Nigeria. My name is Chester Ditun. So I just got a call now.
Now, this is the first video. This is the video she made the first time that went viral over this case. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I just got a call now. Listen.
So there's a boy who then just buy now for Abeokuta.
What did you hear now, sir? There's a boy they just buy now in Abeokuta. So if you are a member of the public and you are listening to this, it will raise your anger level from 0 to almost 90%. There's a boy they just pied now. And these people are supposed to be community leader in our society. With all the story you've heard before, you see, I kept the first segment of the video to the last.
He never reached 1 hour, the boy don't buy.
It never reached 1 hour. The boy don't pay.
Now, so they said these students, this teacher bought dustbin and then put it in the classroom and told the students that they should not break it. Jokingly, the boy said, is it not that money people used to buy it? The teacher found it offensive and went to report to the principal. I'm doing this video. I'm calling the attention of the Commissioner of Police, the Inspector General of Police, Commissioner for Youth and Development. I've already spoken to her. The PAM said, the governor of Ogun says, everybody involved, all of you should come out. Now, the principal now instructed the teacher that he should discipline the students. This teacher went ahead and gave these children 64 strokes of the cane each.
164 strokes of cane each. Okay, I want to get the number of students.
Whilst he was there, Ariyo started to throw, collapsed and hit his head on the floor. Ariyo was rushed to the hospital. Even before they rushed him, the teachers abandoned him there. Along the line, they saw that.
Are you hearing what she's talking about? Even before they rushed him, the teacher abandoned him there.
He was unresponsive. They took him and rushed him to the hospital. Ariyo got to the hospital. Ariyo don't buy. Ariyo don't die.
Now, you see why I leave this to the last. Mr. Fab, if you still have your time, and the orator. This was the first video that went viral over distance. This was the first video that she made. And if you're
video is still there on Facebook.
Yes,
I listened to that.
Yeah, you know, because she monetized her page, so she's basically making money from people's misery and lies and fabrication. She said they break the boy head. On the video she's putting out there, the boy was on a drip. The boy has been in the hospital for 15 days. But she's telling you the boy just pie now. They just rushed the boy now. The boy just pie now.
Ariyo don't die. Hey, call the driver for me. Let's go to the now.
162.
Ariyo pie finish. A particular government official is giving directive and instruction that they should go ahead and bury the boy immediately. A boy that just died not even up to 1 hour as I speak to you people. Please, yo! Now, how can you boy because of dustbin 164 strokes of the cane? Commissioner, Governor Brodu. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm just telling you this so that everybody will be aware. I am on my way to Abeokuta. And anything will happen for that school, and me and that minister, the commissioner, I be that government official, I'm ready to stand by it. I'm ready to stand by it. If anybody need a costume, bury that child before I get to Abeokuta, and you people will understand who just what the tone is.
How could they beat somebody?
164, and they built the whole line. So let's assume now there are 50 students. Okay, now if you times
who counted the strokes?
Okay, hold on. Hold on. So 164 stroke by each student. So if there's a 50 students, you will times that by 50 students. That is 8,200 stroke of cane. Now, I want us to be doing your hand like this. It has to be the whole day. It has to be like a bloodbath for everybody. This is the first story I hear. And just I to say there are 120 students.
No, sir. If they beat 164, okay. When we say Mark will take the body will tear. She na bongo they take breaking head.
No, but I want us to just imagine. No, on the other video she did, it's 120 students. 120 students times 164 stroke of cane, you'll be talking about, because I have the video, 120 students times 164 stroke of cane. You're talking about 19,680 stroke of cane. So, and she said it's 8 teacher that collect cane and beat them. So how many cane do you think the school will need? No, these people are not well. Now these people are basically not well. They are not well. And this is what
Are you sure Arise has not removed that video? I'm still searching.
Yes, I downloaded it on my phone. I downloaded it. All right, because it's not. This is insult to our country now. This is lies.
What's the name again? What's the name again?
The name.
I still remember the name they captioned it.
Yeah, it's let me give it to you. A schoolboy reportedly pie, write it well. That DIA pie after corporal punishment. Then when you put it like that, it should come up, and Just Adotu should be there with Angelica. Because me, you know what I do, Mr. Fab, you know what I normally do? If I see things like these, I do write media houses in Nigeria, and I tell them they cannot benefit, make a profit from it because of what that thing represents. And I normally threat them, you know. I've written to Channel TV before, and they remove a video, you know. Yes. I'll write them a long paragraph, and I'll send it from my company email account. I'm like, that particular video must be removed, because if you don't remove it, I will not just write to YouTube. I'll make sure they know that you are profiting from abuse, and they will respond to me. This is my own advocacy. Look, just look at all the lies she fabricated here. And
honestly, it's not our fault. It's the fault of the commissioner of police in that state, and also the governor and commissioner for education. Honestly, they're supposed to have gotten her arrested for false information, blackmail, and charged her to court.
Let me be honest with you. The PA to the commissioner, to the governor that was heading that department, she called her a mad woman. She said she's crazy. That's what she said. He said he's crazy. And then the PRO of Ogun State is a woman. That one told me, I leave matter for my tires. The name is not even Ario. She keep on shouting Ario, Ario, Ario. The boy name is not Ario. Now, may God help Nigerians. Now, for those of you guys that think, Mr. Ben, you are too inquisitive, you don't have many of us on social media. Please, come here, listen. If you don't appreciate what we are saying because you've decided to make one social media influencer your father, at least honor your father at the moment you are listening here and just move on to the next level. Just move on to the next level. And if they are paying you, don't come and insult me here. Enjoy your payment. Because if you carry your cost come, I will curse you with my mouth. This is no longer a joke. What you guys are trying to do is to come down here to cancel people. One day you'll be a victim of this Nigeria we are talking about. You will do like this. I want to thank you guys on YouTube. I want to thank you guys on TikTok. Thank you, The Orator. Thank you, Fab. And thank you, Abuja. Is that Abuja Prince? Thank you. And for those of you guys that that supported the platform, thank you for keep supporting through blogging with purpose. That's what I call it. And proper journalism and investigation. What we do here is that we appreciate the word WHY. That is the most important word in a human development. If you can ask why, you can move to the next level. But as long as you switch it off and you're refusing to ask why, then you might decide to give children, give birth to imbecile. Ask why, so that you can make use of your maximum capacity of listening and analyzing. And if you're not gifted, ask for wisdom. Stop abusing people. Stop coming to this platform and try to cancel it. In short, block us from your page. Don't come here. I don't need you. I don't need you. You're just a parasite on my page. Go and worship your VDM. Go and worship your Harrison. Go and worship all these clowns. With all of that is happening, Buhari lived now for 8 years. He's in London now. He lives in London permanently. Buhari lives in London permanently. You think he doesn't understand what you guys are going through there? He knows. Some of una go come my plow. Mr. Ben, come to Nigeria. Some of una, where they ask me to come to Nigeria, I guarantee you go pay your mama to enter here. You go pay your mama. Jealous won't pay now. Na me send you made the suffer for that country. There you want me. I live in this country. I have senses. I go school. Then you say, make they follow one person, one small boy that nobody can question. Don't let me curse you up. I want to thank you guys for joining. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Night.